Hey everyone, it's Simerie and welcome back to my channel. Whether you are a new player or an OG, or if you're just coming back to return to The Sims 3, I have some tips that I think every single Sims 3 player should know about. So hopefully you guys will find these useful. So without further ado, let's just hop into the video. The first tips I'm going to tell you guys are going to be in the options when you are first setting everything up. So first and foremost, I would encourage you guys to open up your options and go to general settings and turn off shop mode, and also turn off completely disable memories. I would really recommend this because both of these things can just cause unnecessary lag, and I would also turn off interactive loading screens. So if you're not doing that, I really recommend doing that if you want to reduce lag. So the next tip I want to tell you guys about is to save as whenever you save. Do not press save. This can help debloat your saves, and when you save normally, it will make your save file way bigger than it needs to be. If you don't think you can consistently save your game as without forgetting, I would really recommend getting a autosave mod, which you can just set up the settings in game and have different intervals. I have 10 right now just because sometimes I'm really scared, but sometimes you can have it for like 15 minutes, every 20 minutes, however many you want, and it will keep a certain number of saves. And it's really helpful because this is also another thing that can help reduce lag in The Sims 3 and also reduce crashing and save file errors. Okay, the next tip that I have for you guys is actually going to take us out of the game. What I want you guys to do whenever you're finished with your game and your game is closed, you can go ahead and literally delete all of this stuff that populates in your documents, electronic arts, the Sims 3 folder. You will see like these cache files and these script errors. All of that stuff you can delete. The only two things I would recommend saving down here is the options and the load options, because if you don't, it's going to like reset like whatever packs you have enabled in your game. It's going to either completely disable all of them or enable all of them, which can be really annoying. So, and it's also going to change all your settings, like all the things I told you in the beginning, or like if you have certain graphic settings, it's just going to change all of that back to the default. So these two are the only ones I would recommend keeping, but everything else you can delete besides these folders, of course. I'm just talking about at the bottom, these cache files, script errors, literally all of this. I'm not deleting it right now just because I still have my game open. And I would also recommend clearing out these featured items tab completely, because when you open that up, you'll see like a bunch of generated pictures, and I would just clear that out every, honestly, I would do it every single time you are finished playing, but really just do it as much as you can remember, because that can also clog up your game. Okay, so the next tip is going to take us into Create a Sim. So this tip I actually learned from another fellow YouTuber named Chelsea. Basically what it is that you can combine these presets, any presets that come with The Sims 3, like for the face, so even like the head, the eyes, and the lips, you can actually combine presets that are right here, which is really cool. So all you have to do is left click the first preset, and then if you like one of these other ones, you can right click the second one and it'll like combine the look. And I just think that that was really cool. I think you can also do multiple ones, so if you just want to add a whole bunch of presets until you pretty much find the look that you are going for. So it's really useful. Okay, the next tip is going to take us into build by mode. So the first thing I want to show you guys is the really cool drag and drop feature that comes with the Sims 3. So basically, if you like these styles that are on this couch, I guess, and for whatever reason you wanted it to be the same on the let's say this table, whatever it's called, I can't think, the coffee table, you can literally just grab it and drag it onto there, and it will basically make the style that. So as you guys can see now, it is the same style as the couch, so really cool. And another build by tip that's really cool is the randomizer, which I don't think a lot of people know about. So basically, I'm going to use this crib as an example. If you didn't really like the 3 presets that came with it, but you're kind of like, I kind of want to just randomize it, you can literally hit this randomize button and it will give you like all these different like really cool options for the design, and I just think it's really cool. Like, look at all the options that it comes up with. So yeah, all you have to do is just select whatever you're looking for and find the randomizer button, and you can figure out which one you like. Okay, the next tip I have for you guys is to put the burglary alarm system outside of your house. Like, it can be like right here. I would put it as closest to the door as you possibly can, and I find that really helpful because if a burglar, is that even a word? If a burglar comes into your house or is on their way into coming to rob you, it will already set off the alarm before they're even allowed to walk around, and I've just found that to be way more useful. So I would definitely recommend doing that. Okay guys, the next tip I have for you guys is how to drag all of your items out of your inventory, which I know is kind of like a simple tip, but this is something I didn't realize for a long time. So basically, if you want to drag all these onions, for instance, and put it into the fridge, you can just press this blue part and it will drag and drop everything in there. And yeah, I didn't realize how to do this until a year ago, and it was kind of annoying because I would just have to individually drag 1 or 2 things, and now I can just grab them all and put them in there. So it's super duper helpful. Okay you guys, the next tip I have is to use the Sims 3 multi-tab tablet to learn skills faster. So this actually comes with the Sims 3 store, and if you don't want to purchase from the actual store, you can definitely check out my Discord where I have some links to get this item and other store content, if you know what I mean. Anyways, basically all you want to do is drag out the tabcast, which can be found in the electronic computer option in build by mode, and once you drag it out, you can go ahead and listen to tabcast, and it has all these different skills that you can listen to, like charisma, cooking, fishing, gardening. So I'm gonna go ahead and have my sim listen to the charisma option, and it will help him learn his trait or his skills way faster without having to actively be doing anything besides listening. And if our dog would move out of our way, that would be very helpful. Okay, so as you guys can see, our sim is listening to the tabcast, and it's really helpful because he can literally do other stuff while he listens to it. And yeah. Okay you guys, the next tip I have is if you want your sims to not lose fun while learning or reading books, you can go ahead and place down the rocking chair from Supernatural. I guess I have to place it inside. But you can go ahead and place this chair down. So yeah, if you have your sim sitting in the rocking chair, you can go ahead and have them read their book while sitting in the rocking chair, and they won't lose any fun. They will actually be going up in fun, and it'll help your sims learn skills way faster. So that is super duper helpful. Next tip I have for you guys is to give your sims some hobbies like fishing, painting or gardening, because those are really easy skills that you can get your Sims into that will help them gain money really fast. So if you're doing rags to riches or you're just struggling or low on money, I would definitely recommend getting your Sims into one of those hobbies. And I would also recommend, if you have a family that is poor, definitely get the kids into the skills as well. Like painting is such an easy skill for kids and teens to get into, and it is definitely really helpful. Okay, you guys, the next tip I have is to have your sim look for collectibles, flowers, and different things in the wild. This will really help if your sim is struggling. If you can find like wildflowers or even animals like this, it is really helpful because your sim can get money from selling them, especially wildflowers. Like, you guys would be surprised how much wildflowers are actually worth in this game. But let's see, this common crow is literally, or uncommon crow is literally worth 300 simoleons. And she can literally sell it, or this tortoise that's literally worth 600. So yeah, if your sim is struggling, that is a really useful thing you can do to get some extra cash. Another useful thing I would really recommend, especially if you have the Sims 3 pets, well, you're gonna need that for this, is to get a dog or a cat and have them search out for collectibles or hunt for prey. So we have a dog here, and our dog is just sniffing out collectibles, and as you guys can see based off her inventory, she has a bunch of collectibles, and this one's worth 400, this one's worth almost 2,000, like this one is worth almost 5,000. And of course you can go and send them off, and you can get them worth more than they actually are, like normally, and it can help so much gaining some more cash. And I just love pets in this game because they are actually super helpful. And once your sim has some more cash, I would definitely recommend buying out properties. I would probably start off something small like a grocery store or a bookstore, and your sim, not the dog, your sim, if they have enough money, can become a partner, and eventually after they become a partner, they can just go ahead and buy out the property. You also don't have to actually leave your house to do this. You can actually go to your smartphone and go to real estate and travel, and you can go ahead and check real estate off of your phone or your computer, and it will show everything that is building or a property that you can buy out. I would definitely recommend getting buildings first because you don't really have to upgrade them or anything. So like if I wanted to buy this diner, all you could do is press buy property, and you can skip the whole becoming a partner option. And you can also view and manage all your properties in this option. I want to say this came with Island Paradise, but I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, it's really helpful. Okay, another tip that is super helpful if you have a pregnant sim, which a lot of you OGs players already probably know this, but if you want to have a boy, you will have your sim eat an apple, and if you want to have a girl, you'll have your sim eat watermelon, which now that I see, watermelon is way more expensive than apples, so that is kind of crazy. There's even the pink tax in The Sims 3. And if you didn't know, there's actually a few ways to influence whether or not your sim has multiples without using any mods or cheats. So the first way you can do this is by listening to kids music on the radio. This will influence your sim into having multiples. Or you can also have your sim have them watch kids shows, and that will also influence them into having multiples. There is also a lifetime reward that you can pick that allows you to have a higher chance of getting multiples, and that is the fertility treatment. This one costs 10,000 points, and it is really helpful, but beware, you might actually have like triplets or even quadruplets, so beware of using the fertility treatment, but it is super helpful. Okay guys, the next tip I'm going to show you guys is how to use cheats in The Sims 3. So basically what you're going to want to do is press Ctrl+Shift+C on your keyboard, and you can go ahead and type in testing cheats, oops, typo, enabled with a space and then true. And you will type it in just like that and press enter, and now you have cheats enabled in your game. So basically what cheats allows is you can go ahead and change the energy level your Sims needs, and it's really helpful if you're getting overwhelmed with taking care of your Sims and things like that. You can go ahead and drag and drop these things. Another cool thing you can do when you have testing cheats enabled is you can actually go to the mailbox, and if you have shift on, it will bring up all these options, so you can make everyone in the town know your Sim. You can make your friends or you can make friends for your Sim, and it'll generate like 5 random Sims as friends. You can also make your whole household happy, so all their needs will be completely at the top, like the green bars. And you can also set your Sims career here as well, and you can set like what level they are. He's only a teen, so that's why it's only showing like these part-time jobs, but he works at the grocery store, I'm pretty sure, so you can like automatically like level his job title up or down if you would like. And there's other things you can do with this, but those are the main things that I find helpful. And another thing you can do with the testing enabled cheats, you can go ahead and press Ctrl+Shift+C again, and you can also type in family funds, just like that. Type in the name of the household, so this family is the Hamiltons if you didn't know. And then you will type in how much money you want your Sim to have. So this isn't going to give your Sims extra money on top of what they have. It's literally just going to change how much money they have. So if I wanted to give my Sim 80,000 simoleons, you type in 80,000 just like that, and then press enter, and then boom, they got an extra 34,000 simoleons. And also with the testing enabled on, you can also change your Sims relationships with people. So like say for instance we want the Sim to be our friend, you can literally just drag the bar up and it will make your Sim be friends with them, or if you want them to be their friends now, as you can see, or they can even become best friends if you drag it all the way up. But we don't know this girl, and I don't really want her to be friends with her. So yeah, but anyways, it's really helpful. And also I'm pretty sure you can change your job performance, jobs where you get a stipend, like ambitions jobs or like showtime jobs, but you can drag up the job experience like this, as you can see. So that is really helpful. And another thing that is super helpful, if you have lag in your game, I would definitely recommend getting NRaas Master Controller, which I really think every simmer should have NRaas Master Controller. If you don't have mods in your game, that is like the one mod that you should have. Basically what you want to do after you install NRaas Master Controller is go to the town hall and go ahead and press NRaas. And if your game is like really laggy, or it's just too much, like you can tell when your game is like acting up, you can go to Master Controller and go ahead and click Town, and there is a reset everything option, and it will ask you to reset all the objects in the town, and it will literally reset everything in the world. And it does take a few moments depending on how much stuff is in your world to process, but trust me y'all, this is so helpful. And once it's reset, it will tell you how much objects have been reset in your world. And yeah, all your Sims will randomly respawn at some random place in the house, and their needs may be reset. Some of their progress, like if they had an extra opportunity, it might reset too. So that is one of the caveats, but I think it's really helpful. And the last tip I have for you guys is to not ever install any CC through the Sims 3 launcher. Now, Luckily, most CC that is made nowadays in 2025 for The Sims 3 is already converted into package files, but if you're installing something older, which there's nothing wrong with that, I install so much stuff into my game that's older, but it needs to be converted into a package file. Do not install Sims 3 packs into the launcher. The only thing I would say is okay to install is like worlds, but there is a way to put worlds into your game without using the launcher. But if you want a full-blown tutorial on how to convert Sims 3 packs to Sims 3 package files, I do have a CC organization video where I explain and just show you guys how to do all of that. But yeah, you want to use the multi-pack extractor to convert it, and it's really easy to use. Yeah, that is like my last tip for this video. Okay, you guys, those are all the tips I have for today's video. If you found them useful and would like to see more, definitely comment that down below, and also comment what are some useful tips that you have come up with over the years. Thank you all again so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye! Thank you so much to the Cozy Crew for supporting the channel and memberships. If you'd also like to become a member, just hit that join button. You'll get a cute loyalty badge, custom emojis, and even access to a private Discord server with an additional role. And I also have so much more coming soon for my members. Thank you all so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!